Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, man. Not bad for a 70-year-old dude, huh? Anyway, I can't stop smiling. I can't stop smiling. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Arturo on high notes. All right? All right. Anyway, haven't played a note. If you call that warming up, so be it. I did. Let's see what we got. Still early in the morning. Not even 10 o'clock yet. So, let's see what we got. Anyway, life's good, guys. Anyway, more on Arturo. We got a lot of comments and a lot of emails on Arturo. I saw him do this, and I was in there. He was so nice to me, and he did this, and he affected a lot of people. And I'm going to leave a link down below that I strongly suggest you watch. It's about 12 minutes. And it is Arturo talking about high notes. One very interesting little morsel. Okay? Anyway, here's the deal. Arturo, his chops are right. He said in this little thing that, before I even start that, very interesting comment from, if you want to check it yesterday, from Mark Lewis, that for the longest time Arturo had his own website, and he just listed off this litany of people that helped him along the way. One was Jerry. I told you, I was standing there. He fell in love with Jerry's first student model trumpet, and if he had $350, he would have bought it. He loved it. He sounded fabulous on it. He was going back and forth from, I think he was playing Bach at the time, might have been Schilke, I'm not sure. The tone and the power, just so far superior than on Jerry's student model horn as compared to the professional thing he was using. I don't remember what it was. Was he with Schilke by then? I'm not sure. Probably not if he hadn't defected yet. So whatever, doesn't matter. He and Jerry, a lot of respect and whatnot. Now, he talks in this video that he didn't always have high notes. He started off as a complete 100% classical player in Cuba, the Cuba Conservatory. A little prodigy. They brought him up, and I think he performed with the Cuban National Symphony before he actually left. Not as principal trumpet, but I'm not sure if he was a regular member or not. Doesn't matter, but he had performed with them. So he has classical technique. There is no question about that. Okay? Now, where did he get his chops? Okay? Now, we did this yesterday. You look at his chops are just about as close to perfect as you can possibly get. Thick, relaxed, locked in, no stretch whatsoever, none. And his tongue is absolutely 100% in the right place. Now, back then when Jerry and I met Arturo Sandoval, we were not into the tongue thing yet. We were just mesmerized by how perfect it looked. Now, when Arturo talks about range, he doesn't say one thing about physical. He does this whole thing where he goes down in the double pedal thing, single double pedal. You know how I feel about that. But he does a one thing about bring your bottom lip up, thicken your bottom lip, put your tongue, not one word. I guarantee you, I know, he doesn't know what gives him his great chops. Okay? Now, if they were there right from the beginning, I don't know. If he had, unbeknownst to him, changed something over the years, as I said, he claims he didn't always have it. Had a high C and a high D like everybody else. Okay? Something changed if that's the case. Maybe, like myself, for the longest time, being a classical player, he just never thought about it. I told you, I didn't know about these things until I went to my first Maynard Ferguson concert. That's possible. Now, unlike me, who went into Mel to show him how to do it, please show me how to do it. Nobody could show me how to do it. Maybe he just went back to his practice room and started, and if the chops were right, he could do it, and he developed them. Be that as it may. The thing that I'm talking about, and the thing that I'm doing 2 in a row, and I very, very rarely do 2 in a row about somebody, unless I feel like I didn't get everything in on the first one. But I saw this link that I'm putting down below, and he says he never practices high notes. Never practices high notes. And I believe every single word he's saying. I bet, like myself, he lets a few fly out every now and then, but he doesn't practice them. He doesn't practice them. He says he does Arbin, St. Jacome, Clark, and named off a few books. Guys, he's staying in his happy zone. I'm telling you, that is how you develop great chops. Stay in your happy zone and play correctly. Now, as I said, unlike me, unlike you guys most of the time, his chops were right. So just hour and hour and hour after staying in the happy zone, he's turbocharging his chops. And again, as I said, they just got, his low chops are tremendous, as well as his high chops, even though he has a second embouchure. Okay? He was in his happy zone. 3C, one of his custom model mouthpieces, who cares? He was in his practice zone, his happy zone, hours a day. Now, his happy zone was right. There's millions of people that have played Arbin, St. Jacome, and Clark hours a day. I was one of them, and it didn't help my chops at all. Because for the longest time, my chops were not right. So in that way, I disagree with him. It was not the notes that give you, it's the physiology. You get the physiology right, then you practice to your heart's content, and it gets better and better and better and better. Like Sandoval, like me, not saying I'm Sandoval, but this is how you develop chops. Stay in your happy zone, play correctly. What does this do? Try it if you don't do it. Do nothing but play Arbin. Characteristic studies for an hour. Force yourself to do it. I love doing it. If you don't do it, just try it once. Don't go out of... There's not a high C in, I believe. No, there's not a high C in one of those characteristic studies. Do it for an hour. Stop, spit, buzz, and reset on your 1SB mouthpiece. When you are done, you are not going to believe how great you sound. Give yourself a little rest. If you're getting tired towards the end, give yourself a little rest. 20 minutes, a half hour, come back. You're not going to believe how turbocharged you sound above high C. We'll call it the Arturo Challenge. Take the Arturo Challenge, man. Guys, I'm telling you, that's it. If everything else physiologically is ready to go, stay in your happy zone, and you will have Arturo Sandoval chops. And get a 1SB. Trust me, get a 1SB. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables. Live your life with true power, not the fake stuff. And We'll see you tomorrow. Love you all.